It's FA Cup time, folks, and you know I love a nice little FA Cup run. And in today's episode, we play Shrewsbury Town, who are 19th in League Two. Surely we're going to win this game. So since you was last with us, we've played 4 games. We've won all 4, but it's not been quite as smooth sailing as you want. Our defensive record has been a bit touch and go. We've conceded, 6 goals in 4 games, and considering one of them was against Leyton Orient, away from home, yes, but a 2-1 win was not really as easy as I wanted it to be. We did lose Shrewsbury for a few days with an injury. Barcola had a goal disallowed, but we did go 2-0 up with Mohamed Sham and Shrewsbury. Matosino, who has never played for us so far, he's a young Brazilian that we brought in. I think he's Brazilian. Yeah, Brazilian. We brought him in beginning of last season for 3.6 million, and we've never actually played him. He's meant to be a centre-back, can play at left-back, and we played him at left-back, and he actually got an assist for us, so really pleased with that. He's going to be playing again today. As you can see from this team, with Blakesley, Mutasino, Ide, Killian, Zanelli, Hackney, Solis, Nuama, Sham, Shrewsbury, Barcola, it was a very rotated side. We basically changed the whole 11. We're not going as extreme for the game against Shrewsbury, but we are changing 9 of them, but we'll get to that in a moment. We did have 11 shots on target compared to their 2, an XG of 2.41 to 1.16, and dominated possession. And that's why I say that I was really disappointed it was only 2-1, because stats-wise we deserve to be far more comfortable than what we was. Then we played Bournemouth, Leeds and Leicester, all teams in the bottom half of the table. Bournemouth are actually in the relegation zone, I believe. Yeah, 18th in the table. We beat Bournemouth 2-1. Martin Fernandez scoring, as did Duarte. Mahara's got on the assist sheet there. And as you can see, they did actually equalise in the 93rd minute. I was livid when that goal went in. But thankfully it was disallowed. The referees coming to our aid again. But again, we dominated, but we've only just about edged a win. Then we played Leeds United away from home, a 3rd away game in a row. 3-2. As you see, we were 2-0 down. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, I could see this happening because we've been playing so poorly. Maric had a goal disallowed. Zahuri picked up an injury. Barcola picked up an injury. I'm pretty much done with Bradley Barcola now. If he's never scoring, and when he's not scoring, he's getting injured. So I'm pretty much done with him now. We did come back. Mahara getting a goal in the 62nd minute. Mohamed Sham then 13 minutes later, and 5 minutes after that, Maric getting a goal with a Barco assist. So we did eventually get the win in that game, 3-2. But again, as you see, dominating. And it should have been a lot easier than it was. It's poor that we've conceded 2 goals. Then against Leicester, 3-2 against them. And this time it was the other way round. We comfortably 3-0 up after just over 30 minutes, 34 minutes. Duarte getting 2 assists and a goal was by far a better player, playing in the central position this time rather than as usual out wide. They did come back into it though. Colio show and Berisha penalty in the 93rd minute. Luckily there's only an additional 2 more minutes to be added on, so we managed to hold out. But again, we've dominated. And it seems to be the running theme in the last few games that we've dominated these games, but we've been poor enough to let the opposition back in. So today we play Shrewsbury, who are 19th in League Two, should be a comfortable win. And then we have Brighton away from home. We seem to be playing most of their games away from home at the moment. We've got Brighton away from home. They are 11th. They could cause us problems, especially if our defence is the way it is at the moment. As you can see from the team news here, we have got Eric Ortega away on international duty with Chile under-23s, which is a real nuisance. He is back, I think it's after today's game he comes back. No, it's not. No, forget that. He's out. Now, hang on. He was meant to be back after today's game, so now it's been extended. He's now going to miss at least the next... When does this guy come back from international duty? 3rd of February. He's been away for an... It's not telling me all of this now. But he's been away for an absolute age, Ortega. When has he actually played for us? Let's have a look at the stats. Obviously, that was the FA Cup game, so he wouldn't have played for us then. Did he play for us with a Bournemouth game? Yes, he did. So he played with us at Bournemouth. So it must have been Leeds was the first game that he missed. Yeah, so he missed that game there. So I think he left around the 10th of January. It's like a month long. Chile aren't in AFCON. So that's really, really gutting that he's going to miss so many games for us. But anyway, let's get into today's game. And it is the FA Cup game first up. And this is the team we're going with. We've got Blakesley in goal, Matisuno left back, Ide right back, Killian and Zanelli in the middle, Hackney and Neil in the midfield with Liedemar and Singano out wide, Mohamed Sham in behind Marich. Now, with the exception of Killian and Dan Neil, everyone in this team is like 20, 21, 22 type thing. So, although star rating wise it doesn't look a particularly great team, it's a team with a lot of potential. And if we can't beat Shrewsbury with this team, then our backup players really aren't as good as what I perhaps think they are. So let's get into it. First game of the episode. And you know I do love a good FA Cup run. Look at that. Look at that run of form. Not sure what Shrewsbury's run of form is. Didn't actually keep on screen long enough to look at it. But here's the first highlight. It's with us. It's with Finley Ide. Goes infield to Hackney. He attempted a pass to someone, but Liedemar's won it back, giving it to Singano. Singano to Neil, to Finley Ide. Goes past his man to Mohamed Sham, and it's over the bar. Must have been a good save from the keeper, though, because it's gone out for a corner. So Mohamed Sham will take the corner. Puts it in. It's cleared. Liedemar picks up the loose ball. Dan Neil to Hackney. The highlights was continuing, but now we have a free kick, pretty much almost instantaneously. Mohamed Sham takes it. He's hit the woodwork. Mohamed Sham almost scoring an absolute worldie. Liedemar to Neil, and the highlight comes to an end. So a promising opening 3 minutes from us then. We've had some good possession of the ball. We've had some good shots at goal. They're playing that horrible, disgusting defensive formation. Sham with the corner. It's another outswinger. And that's headed in from Jetton Zanelli, his first goal of the season. Mohamed Sham gets the assist. And I won't complain about the outswinger because it seems to have worked for us. Zanelli with his first ever goal for us. It must be his first ever goal. It's his first of the season. Killian with the throw straight to a Shrewsbury player. But he has it again. Gives it to Dan Neil. Goes back to Hayden Hackney, who's one of the furthest players back defending. Zanelli to Ide. Can he get a cross in? No, he goes back to Zanelli. Gives it to Dan Neil. Back to Ide again. When they're playing it about without really getting any further forward. He gets across into the box. Liedemar's there. Liedemar with his second goal of the season. And we are 2-0 up against Shrewsbury. Probably shouldn't get too excited. Like I said earlier, it is Shrewsbury looking like they could be getting relegated from League 2. But this is a young team with potential. Marich is through here, and that's 3-0. Mohamed Sham with the assist. Marich gets the goal. And after 21 minutes, you've got to say it's surely game over now. We have got a lot of the big boys on the bench. We've got Masterson on the bench from a goalkeeper perspective because McKenna picked up an injury after the last game. It's not a big one. He is actually fit enough to be on the bench for today's game, but we decided to leave him out and bring Masterson in and just give him a bit of first-team experience. Singano's got the injury sign. Dan Neil, Alan Marrick, goal for I was going to say Aveley then. Goal for Crystal Palace. Wrong save. Well, it's not the wrong save really because we did start with Aveley. But 4-0 after 30 minutes. Marich with 2 goals. Liedemar and Zanelli with 1 each. We have a free kick here. Mohamed Sham's going to fancy this one. And he's further away from scoring with that one than what he was with the other one. So here's Matisuno. Not really seen much of this lad in this game. Dan Neil. Oof, hit the woodwork. It's gone out for a goal kick, so the keeper didn't get near it. I mean, this has been total domination from what is pretty much our completely second string team. The only player that you'd say would normally get into our first choice team here is Alan Marrick. Not sure what substitutions we're going to make, so I don't really want to bring the big boys on unless I absolutely have to. But I suppose we could see what we've got on the bench by way of youngsters. In terms of transfer activity, by the way, the transfer window is open. We're not looking at buying anyone at the moment. We haven't got any money to do that. But we have had interest in Sebastian Topic. What a goal from Alan Marrick. That's his hat-trick. Dan Neil, another assist. Yeah, we've had interest in Sebastian Topic. Several clubs have made offers of 2.1 million up front with 2.3 million in add-ons. We did originally sell him for or buy him for like 12 million. So we're going to take a loss on him, but we did accept the offers, but he then turned them down. One of the clubs being West Brom, other clubs were from abroad. Not really commentating much on the game because it's just such a straightforward game of football. I mean, this is more like a training exercise than anything else. Who do we actually have on the bench? I mean, Akers-Vatney we could bring in. Don't really want to bring anybody else on. But Akers-Vatney could come on for Hayden and Hackney, I suppose. Again, I don't want to bring Dan Neil off because he's having a... Singano's injured. So, do we unleash Kenta Mahara? Do you know what we're going to do? Kenta Mahara can come on for half an hour. And Hayden Hackney can come off and Akers-Vatney can come on. We just swap them two around like that. They're the only two substitutes. Now I just hope that Mahara don't go and get injured, because if he goes and gets an injury now that keeps him out for 6 months, and we lose him for the rest of the season, I will be gutted. But yeah, they are playing terribly. I mean, how they've only got one player in a 5 rating is a mystery to me. Luca Killian also wants to leave the club. He's homesick. He wants to go back home. So we've put him on a transfer list for 17.5 million. If anyone comes in for him, they do. If they don't, then we keep him. I don't really want to get rid of him, to be honest. I did try talking him out of it. But he's got his heart set on returning back to his homeland. So, yeah, if he goes, he goes. So into the last 10 minutes, Mahara's not really done anything since he's come on. I mean, there's not really any need for him to do anything. He's probably thinking, why are you bringing me on, boss? This is a waste of my time. And the game's going to peter out. I've only had one goal in the second half, but it was Maric completing his hat-trick. 4 minutes of added on time, and that is all she wrote. I mean, when are you ending it? Played an additional 2 minutes on top of the 4. Well, there you go. I mean, Mahara was actually 6.5 done rubbish, quite honestly. He was the worst player on the pitch. But 10 shots on target, 5 goals scored. That is as easy as it gets. Right. I don't know when we get the FA Cup draw. It is meant to be before the Brighton game, so I'll bring you back for the FA Cup 5th round draw. Quarter-final draw time for the FA Cup. It's the 5th round, it's the last 16. Let's get into the draw itself. And, I mean, there's still a lot of big teams in here. Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea, Man United. And Man City out of the FA Cup, it looks like they are. Wow. So, the draw's been pretty kind to us so far. Don't mind Luton, Hull, Burnley, Exeter, teams like that, you know, Bolton, Norwich. Yeah, let's see who we get. So first team out the hat is Chelsea. They will play Arsenal, so that's another big team that's going to be out. Norwich will be at home to Bournemouth. Tottenham or Middlesbrough will be at home to Manchester United, so that's another potential big elimination. I don't know where Tottenham are in the league, actually, to be honest. I'm assuming they're quite low down because I've not seen them. Right, Bolton Wanderers, what league are they in? League One. Will play Oxford United or Brighton. Hull or Luton at home will play Exeter or Burnley. We're running out of the smaller teams. We've still got Coventry, Sunderland, Reading, West Brom. I mean, really, out of the teams left in it, I would say we don't want Liverpool. But I'll take pretty much anybody else. Fulham, who are in the Championship, will play Sunderland. We're going to get Liverpool, aren't we? Cardiff or Liverpool. So are we going to Anfield? No, they play West Brom or Reading. So we've got Coventry at Coventry. Coventry presumably in the Championship. Yes, they are. So the 5th round of this. So we've had Leyton Orient, we've had Shrewsbury. Now we've got Coventry, who are bottom of the Championship, so basically a League One team at the Coventry Building Society Arena. What a name of a stadium that is. They've actually got a nice ground in real life, Coventry. So, yeah, we will play them. When are we playing them in the 5th round? Down here. So what we might do for the next episode is come back for Coventry versus Arsenal. Or do we come back for an away game against Brentford where we want to get revenge for them beating us on our ground earlier on this season. Don't know, we'll have a think about that. Let's get into the next game though, and I'll see you there. It's match day against Brighton. We are away from home in this game, and this is a team that we're going to be putting out against them. McKenna in goal, Barco left back, Martin Fernandez right back, Bitshiabu and Finley Ide in the middle, with Fernandez and Solis in the midfield, Nuama and Mahara out wide, with Duarte in behind Marriage. Sticking with pretty much the team we had in the last game against Leeds, or Leicester I think it was. So let's get into it, and let's see if we can keep our winning form in the Premier League going, or winning form in all competitions for that matter. Brighton are 11th in the league. 3 wins from the last 5 games. They've drawn the last 2 by the looks of it. Do still have some decent players there, to be fair. So they've still got João Pedro. They got the Liverpool goalkeeper Kelleher in goal. Right, here's the first highlight of the game. McKenna has it. Probably going to be a kick up field. There you go. That's what he usually does when he dithers like that. Brighton win the ball back though. Boniface. They're through and they scored. It's 1-0. It's not going to be disallowed. Oh dear. They carved us open there. That was so easy for them. And I've said before about how our defensive record has been lately. It's going to catch up with us eventually, and it could well be this game that it does it, because we are creating nothing in an attacking sense. I'm going to shout and demand more of the players, because I've got to say this first half has been pitiful. We're not creating anything. We're not even getting a highlight. Buonanotte to João Pedro. He's gone past his man. Oh, that was very nearly 2-0. McKenna makes a save. It's gone out for a corner. Gilmore will take it. It's going to be an in-swinger. We don't really deal with it, and it's gone out for another corner. Don't know what McKenna was doing there. Buonanotte will take it as another in-swinger. He goes centrally. Off. I think McKenna pulled off an absolute blinder of a save. I think offside was given in the end, but he still pulled off an absolute blinder of a save. And this has been a terrible first half. We have a free kick. Mahara will take it, but it's over the bar. I mean, that's the first time we've seen Mahara in this game as well. That is not good. Right, we need to do something. I'm going to point my finger. Our shooting's not been good enough. Duarte don't like it. I don't really care if you like it or not. It's the truth. We've had 4 yellow cards in that first half. They've had Buonanotte has gone off injured early doors in the second half. I'm losing patience, I have to admit, and I'm going to make a substitution now. So first thing I'm going to do is change the mentality. We need to go attacking. Right, Nuama has been terrible. He can come off for Liedemar. Duarte can come off for Mohamed Sham. And let's see if that sparks something for this game. And we're only 1 goal behind. But we just need to do something to get back into this game, because at the moment, they have the highlight now. McKenna makes a save. Right, can we do something from this? He goes for the long goal kick. It goes straight to a Brighton player. They're coming straight back at us again. They're going to get the cross into the box. McKenna makes a good save with his feet there. But again, we just give it away. What are we doing? I mean, this is absolute rubbish. Do we go very attacking now? I've never done very attacking, but we're going to go very attacking now. I've not really got anyone to bring in. Emerson Fernandez is playing rubbish, so we're going to bring in Akers Vatney, swap him and Solis over. I mean, I'm tempted to take off Mahara because he's having an absolute rubbish game. I'm going to bring Matosino on for Barco. I know it's quite a downgrade, but I'm just hoping something might spark into life for us, because this has been terrible. They have dominated this game in every way, bar possession. We're not even getting a highlight even when we're very attacking. That is awful. They even gave us an extra minute. We still couldn't do anything. Well, all I can do is apologise, folks, for that display. That was rubbish. We were so inept going forward. Brighton move up to 10th in the league. We're staying second, but at the same time, we've played more games than everyone else. I mean, look, I can't be too disheartened, to be honest. You know, we're expected to having to avoid relegation. And let's just get through this press conference. I hate press conferences. Why do I do them? No injury news. I mean, to be fair, Brighton's unbeaten home run reaches 10 games. So they've also got a bit about them at home, no doubt about that. So in tomorrow's episode, like I say, we'll come back. I'm thinking of doing Brighton versus Coventry, mainly because of the revenge factor against Brentford and because we always seem to show the games against Arsenal. And looking at where we are in the season, we're Tuesday now, that will be Wednesday's episode. We'll probably look then, if we're still in the FA Cup, coming back around when the FA Cup is, so that Friday will be the last 2 games of the episode, or of the season. But yeah, tomorrow will probably be Brentford versus Coventry. I'll see you at 6 p.m. for that, as always, Monday to Friday. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow.